So here I am in my basement gym, and I've got a project in mind. So as you can see, I've got an Olympic lifting platform, and I've also got a lot of kettlebells. So I tend to use a lot of chalk when I'm down here. And the one thing that I don't have organized yet is the chalk itself. As you can see, I'm just keeping it on the ground over there. It gets rubbed into the carpet. And also one reason it smashed is my 2-year-old daughter thought it would be funny to smash it onto the carpet. So what I'd like to do is just build a stand for it, just a little tray to keep it in. That way I don't have to bend down to get it. I can just grab it, chalk up my hands quickly, and it keeps it organized, and then also just gives me a project to work on. So I've got a piece of cherry in the workshop, so I've got about 2 hours because my daughter just went down to sleep, so maybe 2-3 hours, see if I can get something built. So this is a quick design I just made. Pencil and paper. I don't have any fancy AutoCAD here. And then also I have this piece of cherry. I'm just trying to figure out exactly with some of the lines here if I have enough wood from this piece. I might have to do some improvisation as I go, but I think I'm just going to start with the post and then go from there. So I'm already deviating from plans, which is part of the fun. I decided to go 3 inches wide instead of 2 1/4 to save on wood. I didn't think I'd have enough with just that piece, and so I'm kind of changing the design for the post to look something like this here, kind of across, like this. So that should stand up like that. And I'm even reconsidering how I'm going to do the legs to save on wood as well. And to give it a little more stability. So what I'm going to do is get this glued up because I've got a maximum of maybe 3 more hours left. So I should be able to get this glued up and get some of the other pieces going. Maybe I won't be able to finish all this tonight, but we'll see what we can do. So I just realized that my camera was not running, but I built this little jig here. And the reason I built this jig is I need to cut these feet at an angle. So I'm just gonna basically be able to put this in here, run that across, cut it at an angle. It was actually pretty easy to build this. Probably took about 10 minutes in all. So I will get these cut, and it is 9:23 right now. I'm trying to get done by midnight. I'm supposed to have my exchange student, should be home from a Halloween party by then, so I've got 2.5 hours left. We'll see where I can get. So I just finished gluing up this second side here and used the chisel to pull out some of the glue squeeze out. You might be wondering, why didn't I use some biscuits or dowels or something else to reinforce this? Since this is not going to have any weight on it at all, just a piece of chalk, I figured it really doesn't need anything. And then also I'm on a time crunch here, and I'll probably let this dry for an hour and a half before I put the legs on and the top. So I need to get glue in on those, and I have about 2 hours and 20 minutes left, so I may be able to get this all done before midnight. So I'm really pushing the limits of glue up time here, but I think I'll be all right, especially since I have all night to let it dry before I start doing the sanding and finishing. I decided to put this tray on top of the post with a dowel here, so I'm just going to drill that out quick and then drill the other part, and we should be able to get this all together. Okay, final stretch here. My exchange student just rolled in from the party that she was at, so I'm going to glue this on and we should be done for the night. So we are completely glued up here, and this is about what I expected, a little different than what I envisioned here. It seems like I kind of was making some improvisational decisions as I went, depending on what kind of wood I had and the amount I had left. But this turned out exactly like I wanted. I'm gonna have to sand this down and make sure I get rid of some of those glue marks, and then we'll put some finish on it tomorrow morning and test it out. It should be a nice piece. And finally, we're ready to put some finish on. It is all set up, and I've got some Odie's oil, so we'll rub this on and then take a look. So here's the completed chalk stand. Got the finish on there. It's nice and dried and cured. Got a fresh piece of chalk in there. So if we want to take a closer look, as you can see, the chalk fits in there, and also turned out pretty nice. And even the grain, I really paid attention to. I don't know if you can see it in the video here, but there's a lot of difference in the grain coloration on the legs there, and I really tried to pay attention to the difference in the grain just for uniformity throughout the whole thing. So it turned out really nice. And actually my wife, when she saw it, she goes, "Did you buy that from a church?" So I guess it does kind of look like a candle stand or something like that. But at least she thought I purchased it, so it must look like it's done at least halfway decently. So hopefully this is helpful for anybody that does any kind of kettlebell lifting or barbell training or even gymnastics that uses chalk. It's a nice way to clean up the chalk and keep it off the floor or off a shelf, and keep it within reach. And it's just also just a fun little project. So hopefully it's useful for somebody out there. Please leave some comments in the comment section. Thanks.